answer questions fully and accurately. At Primerica, build your business by doing it right.
My name is Kyle Temple. I'm a regional vice president out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I get a chance today to speak with you all about the role from an opportunity standpoint that this company has had, in my life. It's a phenomenal opportunity. And then also some of the different things that have helped me be successful, which hopefully might better help you be successful also. The first thing, really, when I got in business, I was coming from a background of athletics at a fairly high level. I got an opportunity to play with the Detroit Pistons for a relatively short period of time, but I did get a chance to play at that level. And one of the main reasons why I wanted to play in the NBA, besides the fact that as a competitor, you want to compete at the highest level that is possible, was really two things. The first thing was from an impact standpoint, and it's funny because, we hear the words financial impact used a lot around our office and around Primerica, and I was thinking about that before I even came to Primerica. I was thinking about the opportunity that if you're making a lot of money and you're a good person, you obviously do good things with that money, and you can really make a financial impact once you become financially independent yourself. And so I saw that going to the NBA is an opportunity to make a lot of money, give money back to the community I came from, give money back to the gym that I was raised in, and just really hope, make a financial impact on other people. Obviously, when you become financially independent, it's for you, but when you start making a financial impact, it's kind of giving back. So that was the first thing I thought that as a result of going to the NBA, I'd be able to do. And then the second thing that I saw as a result of going to the NBA was live a phenomenal lifestyle. That's what this whole deal is about. You put work and the effort forth so you can live a lifestyle instead of just living a life. When you think about quality of time, and amount of money you can make, those are the quality of life. The amount of time you have, the amount of money you can make, those make up a quality of life. And of course, the quality of life comes that lifestyle. But when you have a job, you understand you're limiting your ability to earn an unlimited income, obviously, but also you're limiting your ability to have unlimited time with your family, friends, and do the things necessary. Of course, you got to do the work necessary to get both of those things. But if you do the work necessary, the chances of success are extremely high, especially with the company and the system that Primerica will help you put in place. And so when I was going to NBA, those were the two things: the financial impact I felt I'd be able to make, and also the the lifestyle that I'd be able to live as a result of making a lot of money and and having a business that worked when I necessarily might not have been out there working or not. But when Primerica came into the picture, those are the exact same things that I saw. What I'm saying? When the NBA kind of started fading out of the picture, and I was fortunate enough to be introduced to Primerica, the quality of life, what I'm saying, from a lifestyle standpoint, I got a chance to see some of the leaders. The guy who recruited, trained, and developed me in business, Bill Whittle, I saw his lifestyle, quality of life. I saw, his ability to make a lot of money and really not have an income limit on the amount of money he could make. And also the time, what I'm saying? He made every single one of his events, of his children's events, and you got to have time to be able to do that. So I saw that side of the business, but also the ability to make a financial impact in terms of helping and giving back. And so with Primerica, I got a chance to see the exact same things that could possibly, if I decided to put the effort forth, same thing as if you decide to put the effort forth, those things can become a reality here in a relatively short period of time. You think about the fact I haven't quite been in business for 3 years yet. But what I've put together as a result of the leaders that we've been able to recruit, train, and develop in the system has put me in a position where, I've been blessed and worked hard enough to be, in the last 12 months, make $330,000. You're talking about in a period of 3 years, that's a lot of money for you to be able to, and we're not talking about cumulative, we're talking about over the last 12 months. So, this opportunity gives you a phenomenal vehicle to put yourself in a position to have a great lifestyle, but at the same time make a huge financial impact, so it's not all about you. And so obviously those were the two main reasons why I saw this as a phenomenal chance to get involved and do the things I always wanted to do in terms of business ownership, having a business. That was always what I was raised in because my parents were business owners, and I always wanted to go in business for myself. But when you're going in business, the other thing that really, struck me, and I really don't think that there's anything in American business like this, is the fact that in reality, there is nowhere else. The only way that, there's nothing else that I've found or that I can think of, where the only way that you see success is if you help other people be successful. And I'm not talking about where they're successful and they have to end up still staying with you and they can't really experience the success you're experiencing because you're at that point. We're not talking about that kind of success. I'm talking about your job is to locate, train, and develop people and help them, okay? You legitimately help them to help them open their own office, become a regional vice president by themselves, have their own office. Because obviously, if they're not in this for you, they're in this for themselves and for their family. And that's the best thing that you as a leader could have going for you. The fact that your job is to help other people become financially independent, help other people make that financial impact in their lives, you know. So, when we think about the three main things that drew me to the business, it was number one, the opportunity, have an unlimited opportunity, you know, not really have a limit on what you can do from a lifestyle standpoint, not have a limit on what you can make from an income standpoint. You put yourself in a chance to have a phenomenal quality of life, and then the other thing was the chance to help other people do the exact same thing. Now, as we move a little bit more towards some specifics and things that have helped me and in our base shop and the system that we have, I'd have to say number one, the concept of 8531, which really came directly from the founder of the entire deal, Bill Whittle, sorry about that, which came from our founder, Art Williams. You know, when you think about the concept of 8531, of course, nothing's guaranteed, okay? But as your skill level gets better, the numbers will improve. You know, we're talking about 8 qualified appointments, 5 committed financial needs analysis, 3 clients will come out of that, 1 recruit. And you can decide to stretch that out, okay? Or you can decide to get it done as quickly as you want to get it done. All right? But if you make a decision to compress time frames, you know, then you look at a situation like what I've been fortunate enough to be blessed with. You know, a lot of success in a relatively short period of time. And you're talking about in a phenomenal, in the financial industry, in the, one of the biggest companies in the world. It's just unbelievable the chance that you get to go in business for yourself for $199. So when you look at the 8531, the concept of that, it all comes down to if you're willing to accept the numbers and work the numbers, and if you really understand those numbers, 8531. And then the next thing, of course, in my mind would be the concept of seeing 30 people in 30 days. Now, if a person, obviously, we're talking about people in the right market, okay? We're talking about people who have a home, got a job, they're married with some children. And obviously, if they don't have everything, it doesn't mean that you won't have a chance to be successful. But those are the kinds of people, and there are plenty of them out there for you to go see, that if you put yourself in front of 30 people like that and over a 30-day period of time, you're asking for success, you know what I'm saying? You're doing the things necessary to see success. And if you continue in that direction, success will probably happen for you as long as you continue doing the right things. And so the concept of 30 people in 30 days is, is really just a spin-off of 8531, because if you put yourself in front of 8 people a week, that's 32 people a month right there. Think about the concept if you're a full-timer in Primerica and you go see, 8531 on a weekly basis. You go see, you're making sure you're doing 1 interview a day. It's not like you're killing yourself, but you put yourself in front of 50 people over the next 30 days. You tell me that you can't have success if you don't do that, And so the last, from a number standpoint thing that I'd like to talk about is the concept of growing your business in 90-day cycles. We've heard that from a lot of different leaders, starting with my leader, Bill Whittle. I've heard Shane Perry talk about it a lot. Obviously, that comes from Mike Sharp. But when you're talking about building your business in 90-day cycles, usually that's a licensing cycle or you giving yourself a chance to recruit, train, and develop somebody and put them in a position where 90 days from now, they can be a productive part of your base shop. Obviously somebody's not going to just shoot to the top. You very rarely see somebody go to RVP in 3, 4, 5, 6 months, okay? Because it's kind of an incubation process that they got to learn and grow from the standpoint of there's a lot of things, obviously, just specifics you got to learn about this business, but even more important than specifics, you got to learn about the people side of it, leadership side of it. And I think that's a major role. It plays a major role in seeing somebody become successful. And that can't happen overnight. But over a 90-day period of time, there can be somebody you can count on in your base shop to see some success. And if you have a base shop of people that are doing that same thing and have that same mindset that you have, what you're putting yourself in a position to do 90 days from now is see an explosion. And so really kind of just recapping, going back through everything we talked about, the first thing that I'd say in terms of what drew me to the opportunity was, number one, the chance to become financially independent, okay? The chance to put myself in a position where I didn't have to count on anyone to, to provide the lifestyle that I wanted, okay? That was the first thing, the chance to make a financial impact where, I didn't have to ask somebody else, can you give, some money to this this organization could do this, but I could have done it. And if I wanted to ask them to do it, great. If they didn't do it, that's okay, because I was in a position to make that call. And then the third thing, the opportunity to help others do the same thing. But as we move from a number standpoint, the concept of working the numbers, 8531, understanding the numbers, 30 people in 30 days, okay, and just really being a student of the business and building your business in 90-day cycles. Thanks.
If you have any comments regarding today's show or suggestions for topics for future shows, we would like your feedback. Please write to us at The Wednesday Show at Primerica.com.